Yeah.
I've got some good information.
Tell us more.
ScoMo has been found to be, what do they call it? Basically, he's been picking and choosing who he wants to run in certain electorates. Sorry? Captain's call, that's the wording. He's doing an old captain's call. And one of the constituents, one of the people that was running, has gone, I'm not okay with that, and are taking him to court. And I can guarantee whoever loses, so ScoMo tried to get it rushed into the High Court, get it over and done with, and obviously the High Court is here and he has probably a bit more sway there. The High Court refused. So he's going to go through the New South Wales Court, and then I can guarantee no matter which way it goes in New South Wales Court, it will end up with the High Court, which means that, if I remember rightly, the Senate election will be put right back to September or something like that.
No, it's Senate election first.
Sorry?
Senate election will be held first, and the federal election will
I'll
be
get you to
back
come
in
over and talk
September.
about that in a sec. So that's interesting information. ScoMo's in trouble again. He's, you got a hand up? No idea, sorry. It will be a New South Wales court, and Ross will probably know more about it than me because he's right up on that sort of stuff. No, he's shaking his head, don't get me stuck in this. Yeah. It's Sunday. Sunday's down day for me here, and for a lot of other people that are here every single day fighting really strongly, Sheedy and all the people here that come convoying and protesting and whatnot. We've been here for a long time. These guys have been here as long, if not longer, some of them than me. So we do cricket on the pitch out the back. Maybe we should talk to the gardeners about putting this down a bit of a better pitch because it's a bit bumpy. And anybody with car trouble, please step up today. Today has been here, down day. It's actually a lot easier for us to sort out any sorts of car trouble, or any trouble for that matter. Even Kane and Elena's court thing, we've been discussing that this morning, and we've been getting some help from people. And some of that help actually may require a bit of crowdfunding or funding, so that may be a request put out, but that's entirely up to you whether you want to do that. It may not go down that route because, as I've said to Kane and Elena, you've got to do what you feel is right, because you don't want it to have an outcome and then ask yourself, have I done something different or what I wanted? Just because we put them in touch with people or try to help them doesn't mean that they shouldn't make their own decisions 100%. We will back them no matter what decision they make and how they wish to run it. Because actually Kane's come up with some really good information, some good ideas, and he's talking. And I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, just in case. It's up to him. It's not mine to put forward. I think you wanted to have a quick chat from you, Dan, and then I might get Ross if he's around to quick chat.
Thanks, Phil. So I heard something on the radio the other day. It was kind of interesting. Now, we know that Scott Morrison some time ago got up in Parliament and made an apology to victims of ritual abuse. So this is something, I don't know, people sitting at home watching the feeds might be on the fence about all this, the cognitive dissonance, We don't want to believe this sort of thing actually happens. But it's all there. You can YouTube this. He's making an apology for victims of ritual abuse. The only thing that he left out is the word satanic, because ritual abuse is satanic. Now, what the government intend to do, what I heard on the radio, is that they intend to erect a shrine on the lakes of Burley Griffith to victims of childhood sexual abuse. So they might want to... They might want to call it a shrine, but I think it should be described as a trophy, because this is the sort of way this is how they play the Satanists. So this is a shrine that down there. And you know, driving along there, listening to them say that on the radio, my blood started boiling. I thought, how dare you? We don't want a shrine, a trophy. What we want is the suppression orders lifted. That's what we want. We want transparency. We've had a gutful.
That's going to
So
be
I'm going
good.
to throw it out there. Because I'm at this point, I don't give a shit.
And that Air Force chopper that
They
just
wanna
flew
go and
over
do
as well.
that?
Yeah. Look,
Slap
there's
us
more.
in the face, spit in our faces with this sort of rubbish. They're not going to get away with it. So I'm going to put my hand up and say, if they do get so far as to erect this sculpture, this shrine, this trophy, I'm going to tear it down.
I'll be there.
Yeah!
Yeah. All right. So there you go, ACO. Come along, you better get everyone's face. This is what we're going to do.
I've already got it.
This is what I'm going to do. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to let them get away with this. We want the suppression orders lifted, and that's it. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
If they want to do something for those people, well, let's start with just lifting the suppression order. You don't need to spend more money. We spent $64 million and the police did an excellent job and found them. And now they want to spend more money on some piece of garbage to pay some idiot to make some piece of garbage to stand for these people. That's not honouring them. Honouring them would be standing up and lifting suppression order after suppression order after suppression order, and making these people and taking these people to court and making justice for those victims. Not some miraculous statues. I've seen some of the statues in this town, especially in the mall, and I can guarantee that if they had anything like that, it wouldn't be as blood boiling, I can tell you. It'd be the country's blood boiling. I can't understand some of those statues, I really can't. Sorry guys, when I just heard that, that was the first I've heard that, and that really pissed me off. Really pissed me off. I've seen some ridiculous statues in this country lately, like in Brisbane, with an elephant standing on his fucking head. What the hell? How much did that cost the Australian public, and what the hell is it for? If they want to honour these people or to apologise to these people, start with unredacting the Woods Royal Commission and any other piece of information that's been suppressed. Sorry, I can't talk about that anymore.
Just on that note, for those that want to go out and keep calling the police out and tell them to go and arrest the pedophiles, how do you think they feel when they've done their job? I think it's on 48 cases, accounts where it's been suppressed. They present the evidence to the court, and then the High Court, the judge in there, makes a ruling that they are not going to do it. They are not going to tell you, the public, or we the people, who are the offenders and who should be charged. So how do you think those officers feel about doing the job that everyone is calling for them to do? But it's not up to them to stand down. They've done their job. It's the judge is the one that should be standing down. That's right. If they stand down, who's going to look after your children? Yeah, it's not up to the police officers to stand down. It is up to the judge that made that ruling and every other High Court judge to be held accountable. I'm sorry, that's just my thoughts. Just also, I'd like to thank Jenny. She actually provided all the pancake mix there today. She cooked them. She done a great job. I was told in regards to ScoMo about a week ago is that they're expecting, as Phil said, for a split election, that when it's called, it will probably only be the Senate and the federal will be held over until, I'm told, September. Whether it is that far out, I don't know how they can, but it was an ex-senator that told me that and shared that information. We will remain to see. But don't get too excited about the fact of ScoMo maybe going to court or losing his position, because just understand the next monster in place to take over, what I'm led to believe, is Peter Dutton, and I can tell you what, you've got no winner there.
Sack them all!
Sack them all! Sack them all! Sack them all! Sack them all!
I'd just like to acknowledge the Royal Australian Air Force, who've obviously done a 4-aircraft salute straight over the top of us. That to me says they're on side. They highly respect what we're doing. And the Governor's here.
Governor drove out this morning.
And their hands are tied, but they're in the skies, and they're showing their support. And I'm sure they are the front line, the real front line. At the end of the day, real soldiers do die. And the ref just said that they're on our side. So thank you, ref.
Yeah!
Firstly, once again, I'd like to thank everyone that is here today, both those that are repeatedly here and our new form guests who have come to hear our words. So once again, thank you for being here. Yesterday on the lawn, I had a reality check slapped in my face when a incredibly courageous person, Adrian,
He's here.
I know where he is, stood up, made himself incredibly even more vulnerable. The reality check for me is that I've worked alongside and with some of the people that were named. I then had to do a lot of soul searching. So after a couple of drinks and then a couple of more, I reached deeply into my soul. And I am now standing here in front of you, and I still maintain my integrity, because I was not complicit. I had no knowledge of the evil things they were doing. So hence I am still here. I stand with discipline, integrity and honour. And I know everybody here now is making me so incredibly proud, because that's what you are all here standing with too. So I thank you.
So there was a rose quartz crystal ball that was is gone missing. It's obviously just accidentally in this place. If anybody finds it or picks it up, can they please just talk to Dan about it? That'd be greatly appreciated. Like I said, down day, guys, we're going to probably find some more sausages. We cooked them at 3:30 this morning to try and stay awake. And it didn't work. Some of us failed to stay awake the entire time, me included. Yeah, down day. There'll be some cricket over there. There was already a game going before, so I don't know what the score is, but I think I'm winning. I wasn't even there. And like I said, broken cars, etc. Excellent conversations with like-minded people go excellently. Right, we've got one more speaker, and then we're just going to, guys, we're going to move over there.
I just want to let you know some numbers that you're probably not seeing out.
Heads up!
Off the road. Out the gutters, off the road.
What the press is not telling you is that as of Friday, there is 4 million Australians who are eligible for the booster who haven't had the booster yet. the tide is turning. Right now, 68% of eligible Australians have had the boost. That means 32% of the population who are eligible still haven't had it. That's it. 4 million people haven't had the boost yet that are eligible. The tide is now turning. People are waking up and are not going to get the third and the fourth dose. But you will not hear that from the press. All you will see is, here's an excuse to get the boost. Like, I don't know if you know, this week, children 5 to 11-year-olds who get vaccinated between now and the 8th of April can get free entry to the Sydney Royal Easter Show. That's how desperate they are to put that boost out. Right? Change. But I'm just telling you, the tide, when you look at the data, they're not telling you, you read it, the tide is turning.
Yeah.
Remember, that's their data, and I can guarantee it's not 100% accurate. Like I said before about Canberra being 90-odd% vaccinated, I must know every Canberrian that's not vaccinated. There's a lot of Canberrians out there, and I bump into them accidentally. I just went, the other day I went for a swim down the Euro crossing, and yes, it was freezing cold, and I regretted it. Really, I could enjoy swimming anyway, it was freezing cold. I bumped into a lady down there with her son. It was a strange time of the day, and I was talking to her, and lo and behold, she's a teacher, lost her job.
Heads up.
Another car coming, guys, stay off the road. It's one of our cars, but yeah, just stay up the road in case they choose to come this direction. And her husband was a medic, and he's lost his job. They were just trying to break into the housing market. Obviously can't do it now because neither of them have a job, and they're burning up that money they saved for the deposit, which, if you know the prices of the housing in this area here, is ridiculous. Interesting, the spot of vehicles going out, so he's probably going to do a run and then the government will come back. So we will move ourselves from these locations here and go back that direction because we've been asked to. The timing with the speaker was hammering all night, and it's rather too nice. So let's move back over there. Let's just break up, guys, and have a good chat and whatnot. We've got a teacher. Whereabouts? Navy jacket left. And hoodie, self-respect. Alright, so let's go back over this way.